Hello dear all, good to see you again. Today we are celebrating our 25th episode. Today I wish to speak about an aberration, seminal and unforgettable though in our free India's history. Yes, I refer to the proclamation of emergency by Indira Gandhi on June 25, 1975. The state of emergency refers to a 21-month period from 1975 to 1977 when Prime Minister Indira Gandhi declared it across the country under Article 352 of the Constitution because of the prevailing internal disturbance. The emergency was in effect till March 21, 1977. It was an event that shaped the political views and persuasion of the following generations. The order bestowed upon the Prime Minister the authority to rule by decree, allowing elections to be suspended and civil liberties to be curbed. For much of the emergency, most of Gandhi's political opponents were imprisoned and the press was censored. We may briefly examine the issues and events that led to the proclamation of emergency. Raj Narain, who had been defeated in the 1971 parliamentary election by Indira Gandhi, lodged cases of election fraud and use of state machinery for election purposes against her in the Allahabad High Court. Indira Gandhi was also cross-examined in the High Court, which was the first such instance for an Indian Prime Minister. On June 12, 1975, Justice Jagmohan Sinha of the Allahabad High Court found the Prime Minister guilty on the charge of misuse of government machinery for her election campaign. The court declared her election null and void and unseated her as an MP. The court also banned her from contesting any election for an additional 6 years. Though serious charges such as bribing voters and election malpractices were dropped, she was held responsible for misusing government machinery and found guilty on charges such as using the state police to build a dais, availing herself of the services of a government officer, Yashpal Kapoor, and use of electricity from the state electricity department. Indira Gandhi challenged the High Court's decision in the Supreme Court. Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer on June 24, 1975 upheld the High Court's judgment and ordered all privileges Indira Gandhi received as an MP be stopped and that she was debarred from voting. However, she was allowed to continue as Prime Minister pending the resolution of her appeal. J.P. Narayan and Morarji Desai called for daily anti-government protests. The next day, J.P. organized a large rally in Delhi where he said that a police officer must reject the orders of the government if the order was immoral and unethical, as this was Mahatma Gandhi's motto during the freedom struggle. Such a statement was taken as a sign of inciting rebellion in the country. Later that day, Indira Gandhi requested a compliant President Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed to proclaim a state of emergency. Within 3 hours, the electricity to all major newspapers was cut and the political opposition arrested. The proposal was sent without discussion with the Union Cabinet, which only learnt of it and ratified it the next day morning. And the national emergency came into force in India. In the upcoming episode, we may discuss how democracy was crushed during this period. Now we shall get into our usual business, the word of the day. COMMENSURATE. Commensurate. It means corresponding in size or degree, in proportion. Salary will be commensurate with age and experience. In this context, let me tell you that commensurate is sometimes confused with commiserate. They are two different words. Commiserate means sympathize, commiserate with the bereaved family. A few similar words are equivalent, equal, proportional, corresponding, comparable, proportionate, in keeping with, in line with, relative to. The opposite is disproportionate. A few sentences can now be discussed. The decisions of the judge were commensurate with the intensity of the crime. The penalty imposed must be commensurate with the gravity of the crime to make it justified. A punishment of 10 years in prison with hard labor for stealing a loaf of bread is not commensurate with the crime. The correct English of the day. I know many people who are confused with the words confirm and conform. Confirm means make sure. I confirm my participation in the meeting. Conform means comply with. The kitchen does not conform to the hygiene standards. Shall I confirm that you will see all our future videos? A subscription to this channel will be well appreciated. Thank you very much.